Stop trying to make $1 million online. Seriously though, that obsession with a 7-figure payday with being the next overnight success story is the #1 reason you keep failing. Every single guru is selling you a fantasy so huge, so distant, it paralyzes you. And when a goal feels impossible, you don't even bother to take the first step. What if the real secret to escaping your 9-to-5 wasn't some lottery ticket business model? What if it was just about making your first real dollar online and then knowing what to do with it? That's the part they all conveniently forget to mention. They'll sell you a course on how to make the money, but they never teach you how to keep it, how to grow it, or how to turn it into actual freedom, and how to use it to shove it in the face of your haters. So stick around, because I'm not just going to give you 3 awesome realistic ways to start earning. More importantly, I'm going to give you the 2 critical, non-negotiable financial habits that turn that first dollar into a real foundation for a life you actually control. No fluff, no Lamborghinis, just 3 ways to start that don't require your life savings. Method 1. Print on demand. Alright, so maybe you hate the idea of having clients, just like in freelancing. If you're creative and want to sell physical products without turning your apartment into a warehouse, print on demand is your gateway drug to e-commerce. Here's the deal. You doodle some designs for t-shirts, mugs, or posters. You partner with a service like Printify or Printful. You set up a dead simple store on Etsy or Shopify. When someone buys your thing, the POD company prints it, packs it, and ships it. You never touch a single piece of inventory. Your job is to make cool designs and find people who want to buy them. The startup cost is practically zero. You are not buying 500 t-shirts and praying they sell. You only pay for the product after the customer has already paid you. It's the lowest risk business model on the planet. You forget making another cookie-cutter t-shirt with a cat on it? Everyone's seen that 10,000 times. You don't need to go big. You need to go weirdly specific. Find a niche that's obsessively passionate. Think t-shirts for ferret lovers, mugs with jokes only night shift nurses would get, hoodies that quote obscure 19th century British poets. It might sound random, but passionate weirdos? They're the most loyal buyers you'll ever meet. Use a free tool like Canva. You don't have to be Picasso. Some of the best-selling designs are just text. Then, put all your energy into showing your stuff to your niche on Instagram, TikTok, or Pinterest. Find the community, show them you're one of them, and sell them stuff they'll love. Method 2. Freelancing. Look, the absolute fastest way to get from zero to cash in the bank is freelancing. You're just selling a skill you already have, or one you can learn without getting a 4-year degree. This is your management and communication, your graphic design, your video editing, your social media savvy, or even just your insane organizational skills as a virtual assistant. The beauty here is there's no complex business to build. You need a skill, a profile, and a place to find people desperate for that skill. Marketplaces like Upwork and Fiverr are basically giant flea markets of talent. For a beginner, they're perfect. They handle the awkward money conversations, they throw a constant stream of jobs at you, and they let you build a reputation from nothing. Here's the game plan. First, pick a skill. Don't know what to pick? What do your bosses or friends always say you're good at? Can you write an email that people actually read? Boom, you're a writer. Are you the one who organizes all your friends' trips? Hello, virtual assistant. Second, for heaven's sake, niche down. Don't be a graphic designer. Every other person on the internet is a graphic designer. Be a logo designer for crappy local pizza joints. Don't be a writer, be a writer for boring B2B tech blogs. Specialists get paid, generalists get ignored. Third, your first few jobs are not about the money. They are about getting 5-star reviews. Your reputation is everything. Over-deliver like your life depends on it. Be the most communicative, easy-to-work-with freelancer on the platform. Those first 5 glowing reviews are worth more than your first 5 paychecks because they unlock the ability to charge what you're actually worth. Alright, if this is making sense and you're not completely terrified yet, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Because we're about to get to the most important part. The bit that determines if you actually build freedom or just stay broke with a hobby. Method 3. Niche content creator. This third one is the long game. This is the marathon. This is for people with the patience of a saint. It's about building an audience around something you're obsessed with and then monetizing that attention. A blog, a YouTube channel, a newsletter, whatever. Pick something you could talk about until you lose your voice. Vintage synthesizers, competitive underwater basket weaving, a specific video game. Trust me, there's an audience for literally everything. Now, here's the unforgiving truth. Don't expect to make your first $1,000 0 cents in a month or even a few months. Recent data shows that to hit that kind of income from, say, a blog, you might need over 300 high-quality posts. This isn't a side hustle, it's a slow, deliberate grind to death until you become the go-to resource in your tiny corner of the internet. You start by creating genuinely helpful content. Detailed guides, honest reviews, tutorials that actually work. Once you have a small, loyal audience, you can start with affiliate marketing. You recommend the gear you actually use, and if someone buys through your link, you get a small commission at no extra cost to them. It's the cleanest way to start. Down the road, that audience becomes an asset you can monetize with ads, sponsorships, or your own digital products. It starts glacially slow, but the income it generates can be the most stable and long-lasting of all. Comment below if you've ever thought of building an audience. I know, I have. Building wealth from your online income. Okay, you did it. A client paid you, a t-shirt was sold, you have a few hundred, maybe $1,000 in your account. Congratulations. You have now arrived at the danger zone. This is where 99% of people faceplant. They treat this as fun money, a bonus to their day job paycheck. They blow it on takeout and video games, and poof, they're back at zero, desperately waiting for the next sale. If you want to actually succeed, you need to stop thinking about making money and start thinking about building wealth. Here are the 2 habits that separate the pros from the amateurs. Habit number 1, the profit-first paycheck. When your income is all over the place, a traditional budget is a joke. So we're going to do it backward, using a concept called profit first. The second money from your hustle hits your bank account, before you even think about what to do with it, you give it a job. This means you need separate bank accounts for business and personal. I don't care if you're a sole proprietor. Just do it. Open a new checking account just for your online income. When money comes in, you will immediately, and I mean immediately, divide it up by percentage. Here's the system. Out of every single dollar that lands in that business account, keep 30% for taxes. The nastiest surprise for any new entrepreneur is the tax bill. Your employer isn't holding your hand anymore. Shove 30% of everything you earn into a separate savings account and pretend it doesn't exist. You'll thank me later. Keep 20% for reinvestment. This is your war chest. This is the money for new software, a course to level up a skill, or ads to get more customers. This is how you feed the machine and make it grow. 50% for your paycheck. This is what's left. This is your salary. You transfer this amount to your personal bank account. That's what you have to live on. By doing this, you create a predictable paycheck from an unpredictable income. You force yourself to be profitable from day one. This isn't just an accounting trick. It's the discipline that builds a real business. Habit number 2, the Freedom Fund. Now, what about that 50% you just paid yourself? Don't let it rot in your checking account. This money also needs a job. We'll use the classic 50/30/20 rule here. 50% for needs, rent, food, 30% for wants, fun, garbage you don't need, and 20% for your future. That last 20% is your ticket out. Split it between 2 missions. First, build your freedom fund. Emergency fund sounds so depressing. This is the money that buys you freedom. The freedom to fire a nightmare client, to survive a slow month without eating ramen, to take a risk, to quit a job which makes you want to throw a toaster at your boss. The goal is 3-6 months of living expenses sitting in a high-yield bank account which buys your freedom. Automate the transfer, make it non-negotiable, forget the money ever existed, until you're one day like, shank redemption. Second, destroy your debts. You cannot build wealth when you're paying 20% interest to a credit card company. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a giant hole in it. After you have a baby emergency fund, say $1,000, 0 cents, take every spare penny from that 20% and launch an all-out assault on your most expensive debt, Getting rid of that debt is like giving yourself a massive, immediate raise. So that's the blueprint. It's not a secret formula. It's not a get-rich-quick hack. It's a two-step process. First, you stop dreaming and you pick a real business model, freelancing, print on demand, or the slow burn of content creation, and you focus on getting your first wins on the board. Second, and this is the part that matters, you build the financial system to manage that money like a real professional. You pay yourself, you save for taxes, you build a freedom fund, you murder your debt. This is the boring stuff. This is what the gurus in their rented jets never, ever talk about. But it is the only thing that separates the people who make a little extra cash for a few months from the ones who build a life of actual, lasting freedom. The choice is yours. So which of these methods have you tried before? Comment below and do let us know if you found this information helpful. Watch more game-changing videos on becoming a billionaire and hit subscribe to fuel your journey with elite-level strategies to attract unstoppable wealth. Like and share this content with your friends and family.